It was early March 2025 when Lauren Mitchell, a 33-year-old travel blogger with a knack for offbeat destinations, booked a 2-night stay at the Stanley Hotel. The grand whitewashed hotel, opened in 1909, sat nestled against the Rockies, its isolation both picturesque and foreboding. Lauren had heard the stories, guests hearing piano music, seeing children in empty halls, and feeling watched on the 4th floor. She pitched it as a haunted getaway review, convincing her friend Nate, a 35-year-old graphic designer with a dry sense of humor, to tag along. "If a ghost shows up, I'll sketch it," he said, tossing his camera into his duffel. They arrived on March 5th, a grey Wednesday afternoon, the wind howling through the pines, carrying flecks of snow. The hotel's lobby gleamed with polished wood and brass, but the air felt thick, like it clung to secrets. Their room, 401, was on the infamous 4th floor, spacious, with floral wallpaper and a view of the snow-dusted peaks. Lauren set up her laptop to take notes, while Nate tested his camera, snapping shots of the clawfoot tub and the old radiator that hissed faintly. "Creepy, but not haunted," he quipped, though his eyes lingered on the shadows. That night, around 11 p.m, a soft thud woke Lauren, like a book falling off a shelf. She flicked on the bedside lamp, finding nothing out of place. Nate, groggy, muttered, "It's the pipes," and rolled over. But the thud repeated, slower, heavier, coming from the hallway. Lauren grabbed her phone, recording as she cracked the door open. The corridor stretched long and dim, its red carpet muted under flickering sconces. At the far end, near room 428, a shadow moved, tall, shapeless, sliding along the wall without a source. Her breath caught, but she whispered, "Nate, look." He stumbled over, squinting. "Probably a guest," he said, though his voice faltered as the shadow paused, then stretched upward, impossibly thin, its edges fraying like smoke. The air grew cold, the radiator's hiss replaced by a low rhythmic creak, like footsteps on old wood. Lauren's phone screen glitched, the video freezing, though the audio kept rolling. A faint, childlike giggle weaving through the creaking. They shut the door, hearts pounding, but the creaking circled the room, now inside, above the ceiling, under the floor, behind the walls. Nate's camera, left on the dresser, clicked on its own, the lens whirring. He grabbed it, scrolling through shots, empty frames of the tub, the window, until one showed a figure. A woman in a long dress, her face blurred, standing by the bed where Lauren had slept. "This wasn't here," he said, voice tight. The lights dimmed, then surged, casting jagged shadows. The giggle sharpened into a hum, a tune Lauren recognized from childhood. "Rock-a-bye Baby," sung in a voice too deep, too hollow. The radiator rattled, spitting steam, and the mirror above the dresser fogged, a handprint blooming in the center, large, smudged, with fingers too long. Nate yanked the curtains open, but the window reflected the room, and her, the woman from the photo, now clear, her eyes black, her mouth stretched wide, standing behind them. Lauren screamed, and the door flew open on its own, slamming against the wall. They ran, barefoot, down the hall, the hum chasing them, swelling into a chorus of whispers. "Stay, play." Cold, as doors along the corridor rattled. In the lobby, the night clerk stared, pale, as they begged to switch rooms. He didn't ask why, just handed them a key to the first floor. The next day, March 6th, they checked out early. At home, Lauren uploaded her recording. The giggles and hum were gone, replaced by a single rasping voice. "You saw me." Nate's camera held one last photo, timestamped 3 a.m. Their empty room 401 bed, the woman lying across it, staring at the lens. That night, Lauren woke to the creak of her apartment floor, a shadow stretching across her wall.